Hello everyone, thanks for watching this video. I'm Joy and this is a Hatha Flow class, all levels. As usual, my classes are trying to do like a full body, feel good from head to toe. But today we're going to be working on a little bit more of fluidity on our mats, right? So just trying to do nice, fun, creative, and smooth transitions, all right? So we're gonna work on a sequence that we're gonna be building so you become familiar with the movements and, just try to move a little bit with a little bit more grace, all right? And as always, it's always breath centered, so make sure that, you are breathing throughout the process. All right, so we're gonna get started right away in downward dog today. So for now, just stay with your natural breath. There's no need to move to change anything. Just taking a moment to fully arrive. Fan your fingers wide. Wake up your arms, relax your neck and your head, soften your jaw, tone the belly. Just notice what kind of energy you brought into your mat. How's your mind, your physical body? And then you're going to seal your lips if you're exhaling through the mouth, and you're going to start to cultivate that Ujjayi breath, the victorious ocean sound breath, like breathing in and out through the nose. Now you're going to inhale, shift yourself into a floating tabletop. So try to keep that spine nice and long, right? Your knees are roughly under the hips and the shoulders over the wrists. You can always bring your knees all the way down to the ground if this is too much. Now, bring your chest towards your legs, right? And lift your tailbone here. And then slowly straighten your legs. So we're going to do this 3 more times. Then you're going to start to wake up your core here. So inhale. Stay for the exhale. Take another breath in. Rest your chest and your belly on your legs, and then exhale, slowly straighten back into downward dog. So you're going to start to link the breath to your movement and to allow the breath to set the rhythm for you. 2 more. As you inhale, lift your tailbone, keep bending the knees. Exhale. Final one, my friends. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, we're going to roll the spine. So think about squeezing the belly button and round your spine so you shift forward into a plank. Exhale. Come down to your belly. So remember, you can bring your knees down first. Let's just take a gentle Sphinx pose here. So shoulders over elbows. Tone your legs here. Feel the knees lifting off the ground. One more breath in. As you exhale, draw your chin towards your chest. Pull the navel towards the spine. Now release. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Remember, child's pose is always available to you as well. You're going to do this 2 more times. So inhale, round slowly forward. Exhale. Now take your hands outside your sticky mat to lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Spider cobra. Breathe out. Take a twist to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Breathe in. And breathe out. Downward dog. Final one, move even slower here. This time, friends, we're gonna take a seal pose. So your hands are gonna be as wide as your mat, like a funnel, right? And then you can start to walk the hands towards you. Try to keep your arms straight. Make sure those shoulders are not coming up towards your ear. So wrap it back and down. Take another breath here. And release. Let's add a little shoulder stretch. So extend your arm out to the side. Roll towards your right shoulder. Let's do a quad stretch. So catch your left foot or ankle. Draw your knee towards the midline. So breathe into the upper back and shoulder and also into that left hip and quad. Two more times. Mindfully release. Roll back to your belly. Right away into the other side. So again, you can always choose to just stay here, right? Working in the upper body. Or you can catch your foot. Remember, use a strap or a towel if you need. Keep that ocean breath going. So using the breath, right, to clear space in your physical body and your mind. That breath moving in and out through the nostrils, and think of the breath sweeping the back of your throat. All right, slowly release. Go back to your belly. Find your downward dog. 3 breaths here in stillness. Appreciate the pause. You're gonna make your way towards the top of your mat. Whenever you're ready, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump. Take an inhale, halfway lift here. Your fingertips can stay on the floor, block, or come all the way up to your shins. And release. Again, breathe in. And breathe out. Roll the spine, come all the way up. You're gonna inhale, sweep the arms. Catch your left wrist here. As you exhale, cross your left leg behind for a curtsy side stretch variation. So you stay on the ball of the left foot. Breathe back to center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lace the fingers, open the shoulders. And fold. Release the hands. Step your left foot back, sit up for warrior one. Inhale, rise. Square off those hips. Tone the back leg. So see if you are bending that knee. Try to firm up the back leg here, friends. Lift your gaze. You You're gonna take your hands to your hips, straighten that front leg. We're gonna inhale, exhale, just fold halfway here. You can always grab your elbows with opposite hands. Slowly come all the way up. All right, we're gonna fold once again and go all the way down, or as far as your body allows you to. Remember, your fingertips can rest on the block here. Hands to the hips. Exhale, heart lead the way. Fold for that Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. You can use 1 or 2 blocks or use a book. Think of shifting the weight slightly forward into the right foot. Just one more. You're gonna inhale, rebend your right knee, step back to plank, and fold. Not fold, lower down. Inhale, take your back bend of your choice. Exhale to downward dog. So remember, even though I'm cueing poses, you're still following your breath, right? So that means that perhaps you move a little bit faster than me or a little bit slower. Whatever you do, don't worry about it. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Big breath in. Slow breath out, release. Tone the belly, inhale to rise. Right hand, left wrist. Curtsy, and add that side stretch. So remember, repetition so you get a little bit more comfortable each time. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Try not to be in your head too much. Try to feel the pose. Lead with the heart. Breathe back to center. Lace the fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Rinse the knuckles. Feel that sense of freedom, right, as you flow on your mat. Moving with the grace, with intention. Release the hands. Step your right foot back. Inhale, rise, warrior one. So we were here not too long ago on the other side, so set up that strong foundation to give you a stability. Everything from the waist down, nice and tight, nice and strong. Everything up here, nice and soft, soft and easy. Tap into the power of the pose. Take your hands to your hips or to your back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly fold, halfway only. So try to find a long line from your tailbone here all the way to the crown of your head. You do have a soft bend on that front knee, but your quads are nice and strong. Notice the muscles doing the work here to stabilize, to help you balance. And inhale, come all the way up. Hands to the hips, breathe in, create space. As you breathe out, slowly folding. Notice where you can use a little bit more space, where perhaps you were resisting the pose, whether it's physically, mentally. And step your right foot to meet your left. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, rise. Right hand, left wrist. Curtsy. One breath. Go a little deeper. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Breathe back to center. As you exhale, you're gonna do a diverse pose here. So you're gonna lift your heels, soft bend on your knees. Think of squeezing the shoulder blades behind your back. Sit low, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to left foot back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lace the fingers. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper into the shoulders here. So you're gonna bend your right knee. Rest your shoulder on your leg or bring it inside for a little bit more. Just make sure your right hip is not shifting out to the side. Bend the right knee deeply. Hug muscle to bone here. Make sure you're not collapsing into the hip joint, right? Allow the muscles to support you. Release your hands. Straighten the front leg. Go back into that pyramid pose. Maybe this time around you flex that front foot. Inhale, standing splits here. So you're gonna straighten that back leg. Doesn't have to be super high. Let your torso drape over your leg. Curtsy, friends. Let's add a twist here. So open twist to the right, bend your knees deeply. Inhale, rise. Mountain pose. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, diverse pose. So remember, lift your heels. Sit low, chair. Hands to the heart. Exhale, release. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to step your right foot back. Inhale, rise. Lace the fingers, big breath in. Exhale, fold. Take 2 more breaths here. Last one. Hands to the floor, straighten that front leg. Again, maybe flex your front toes, lift the ball of your foot. Find something new. Standing splits, press that foot as much as you can. Wake up that back leg. One more. Cross your right foot behind, curtsy. Raise your left arm to the sky. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, diverse pose. Inhale, sit low, chair. Exhale, fold. Big breath in, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump. Downward dog is where we meet. You're gonna step your right foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Open twist to the right. Again, back leg strong as you bend your right knee. You can flip your palm, reach up and back. Come back to center, inhale. Straighten your front leg, exhale, fold.
take your standing splits once again. Now option here to bend your left knee and catch your foot or ankle. So you continue to fold right over that right leg, that standing leg. Breathe into the left quad. Release gently. You're gonna curtsy once again. Open that twist here. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale to diverse fold. So lift your heels. Sit low chair pose. Exhale to bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open twist. Maybe flip the right palm, reach up and back. Come back to center. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, long spine. Exhale to fold. Standing splits. Option to bind. Keeping a strong foundation, right? That standing leg here, friends. Press through that foot, pull the belly in. Let your torso get long and melt over that left leg. Slowly release your bind, cross your right leg behind, raise your left arm to the sky. Inhale, exhale. Big breath in. Slow breath out, fold. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale to plant your hands, to move like you, whether you flow or not. You can take a child's pose or a downward dog. You're gonna bend your knees and you're gonna hop your feet outside your hands. Just taking a little Malasana Yogi squat. Remember that for those of you that want to use a block, it can be in the lowest setting, the mid setting, or highest setting here. Try to work those heels on the floor and lengthening through the spine. Focus on breathing deeply here into the low back, the groins, or whatever you feel a lot of sensation, maybe discomfort. I'm gonna raise your right arm, take a twist here. Come back to center, breathe in, and breathe out to the other side. Inhale, back to center, just 2 more breaths here. Stay with that pranayama, that breath work. And then slowly release, straighten the legs. Perhaps just bend your knees a little bit here. Grab your elbows with opposite hands. Think of the crown of the head reaching towards the floor. Bend your knees deeply, slowly roll the spine. come all the way up. Hands to the heart center. We're gonna turn to the long side of our mats. And now we're gonna start to work with a little bit more of a external rotation of the hips here. So we're gonna be facing both directions. If you're familiar with my classes, I like, to switch things up and just keep it fun. So if you do get confused or lost, don't worry about it. Just make sure you are doing both sides, okay? So first, just take your hands to your hips, take an inhale, and then exhale, fold, hinge at the hips, keep a long spine. You're gonna turn your fingertips to face the wall behind you, and then walk the hands away from you. So the weight shifts more into the toes as you walk the hands back. So the weight is shifting forward, the hands are walking back. Take your hands to the hips, tone the belly, press through the feet. Now inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, turn your right toes out, and we're gonna open to warrior two. So keep that torso nice and long. Level the hips, wake up your arms. Let's reverse the warrior, peaceful warrior. So we're gonna reach back here. For those of you that are super flexible, make sure you're not just, hanging here. Now straighten the right leg for a reverse triangle. Just come back to center, keeping that front leg straight. Inhale, reach, reach, reach forward. Lengthen the side body here, and then tuck your arms for your Trikonasana. Now shift your hips slightly forward here. If you want to use blocks, feel free to do that so the hand can rest on your shin, fingertips to the floor, or even a block. Come back to warrior two here. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Back to center, breathe in. Straighten your leg, turn your toes in. Breathe in. And breathe out, fold. So we're gonna revisit that same stretch. So notice what may feel different. What can you explore a little bit more here, whether it's physical or perhaps the breath. Hands to hips, slowly come up, inhale, circle the arms, exhale, warrior two, facing the top of your mat. Try not to rush the process, friends. Try not to step into the future, even if you know what's coming. Reverse your warrior. Remember, breath by breath, one pose at a time. Reach back for that reverse triangle. Come back to center, keep your legs straight. Inhale, reach. Exhale, triangle pose. So if you notice that as your hand gets closer to the floor, if your chest is starting to close and face the ground, come up a little bit higher, right? So we want to keep that chest nice and open. Come back to center, bend that left knee, reverse your warrior. So back into that warrior two. Come back to warrior two, cartwheel your hands here. Step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. We meet in downward dog. Walk your hands to your feet. We're gonna work here. So you can actually go back into that Malasana, that squat, right, with your feet wide. Or if you wanna work on a little balancing pose here, we're gonna go into crow pose, friends. And there's even a variation of Malasana, right? If you don't wanna repeat that Malasana, but you wanna get closer to the ground, you can lift your heels so your feet touch. You open your knees nice and wide and then walk your hands away from you. So this is a nice also variation here. Especially if it's difficult for you to keep your heels down on the ground. Or for those of you that want to work with crows, so keep your toes on the ground, lift your heels, your knees into the armpits or triceps. Fan your fingers wide. Maybe take one or both feet off the ground. Let's all release, go into the Malasana variation here. And then slowly just come back to a downward dog. If you want to take a flow, that's also an option. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale to rise. Hands to the heart center. Again, we're gonna go back into that, to the side, face the side of the mat here. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Slowly hinge at the hips, fold. Now, friends, we're gonna do the opposite. So you're gonna walk the hands away from you. You can be with your palms flat on the ground or on your fingertips. And now you're gonna shift your weight back towards your heels. So the hands reach forward, the hips reach back. Feel that little traction here. And come back to center. Hands to your hips. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. And reverse your warrior. So again, come with that fluidity, moving with grace here, back to center. Straighten the right leg, inhale, reach. Exhale, tick-tock your arms, triangle pose. Wrap your left arm behind your back, so going into a half bind here. From here, you're gonna bend that right knee, going into side angle pose. Chest stays open. If you wanna go deeper, feel free to bring your right hand to the floor. One more breath. Come back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Extend the right leg, reverse triangle pose. Back to center, just pivot your right foot. Now, we're gonna turn the heels in, the toes out, going into the horse or goddess pose. Hands to your legs, take a big breath in, sit a little deeper as you exhale. Take that left shoulder forward. You're gonna hear some popping here on your hips or mine. back to center, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out, extend your legs and your arms. Take another inhale. Exhale, warrior two, facing the front of your mat, and reverse your warrior. Inhale back to center, extend your leg, triangle pose. Wrap the arm behind your back if that's available to you. You're gonna bend the left knee, going into that side angle pose. Keep space between your ear and your shoulder. Come back to warrior two, inhale. Reverse your warrior, exhale. You're gonna extend the leg for that reverse triangle pose. Inhale back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands. Move through your flow or not. We're gonna meet here in the child's pose. Bend your knees, look forward, take an inhale, and exhale, step or jump. Big breath in, slow breath out. Inhale to rise, hands to the heart center. All right, before we come all the way down to the ground and cool down a little bit, we're gonna wrap it up with the standing balancing pose. I'm gonna give you two options here. You can do a traditional tree pose, keeping the big toe on the floor or moving your foot up. Or if you want a little bit more into your hips, you can take a figure four here. So crossing that ankle above the knee. Sit nice and low, flex your toes. Your hands can stay at the heart center or resting on your shin. Think as if you're going to sit on a chair. So really try to bend that knee, whatever foot is on the ground first. Inhale, come up and release. Shake it out a little bit. And switch sides. So again, either tree pose or figure four. Open the knee wide. If your balance is off today, grab a chair, a wall, whatever, might be helpful to you. Whatever you do, just make sure you continue to breathe and breathing with quality, right? Keeping the quality to your inhales and exhales. Slowly come back up. Thank yourself for your efforts, for showing up on your mat today. All right, friends, let's do this more cooling, chilling portion of class, right? So it's important, to find balance, right? You never want to end a yoga class with like crazy, wiry energy. You always want to find that sense of calmness, right? And feeling grounded, balanced, but energized at the same time. All right, so let's bring our legs to butterfly. You can take your feet closer to you and intensify that stretch, or walk the feet away from you a little bit more, and really just like try to relax here. And as you adjust the positioning of your feet, it will also, change the stretch a little bit. So, you can feel a little bit more in your low back or in your hips. I encourage you to start to go back to the natural breath. Just slowing down, letting go, releasing here. Two more breaths. And start to walk the hands slowly towards the body. We're going to extend that right leg out, cross your left leg. So plant your left foot on the ground and twist to your left. Slowly release. Take that counter twist here. And switch sides. Extend your left leg, cross your right leg over, sit tall, hug the leg in, and twist to your right. Come back to center. I'm going to invite you to come down to your backs and take a few breaths in Happy Baby first. So either grabbing the shins, the ankles, or the edges of your feet. Rock a little bit from side to side. 3 to 5 breaths just to release the low back a little bit more, to slow down your breath, and then find your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Make yourself comfortable and spend anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes and really give yourself the opportunity to absorb, for your body to receive all the benefits, all the beautiful gifts of yoga. Until next time, thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours, namaste.